A judge is granting conservative legal advocacy group Judicial Watch approval to gather records or communication about the Benghazi attack given to Susan Rice, U.S. Ambassador to the UN, while Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton is with me now. Tom, thanks for the time. So this is a victory. I know it's a longer path ahead, but this is a victory of sorts for you, is it not?
Yeah, it's the second one from the federal courts. We had one court grant a motion for discovery, and we proposed a witness list to him just a week or so ago. The second federal court judge issued another grant of discovery in a case related to the Benghazi scandal, citing evidence of government bad faith and misconduct in the handling of these emails. And why weren't they turned over to us and searched as they should have been?
So bad faith, misconduct, what would strengthen your case? What would you consider an even more solid victory that you find in Susan Rice's emails?
Well, what we want are the emails that weren't turned over by Mrs. Clinton to the government. Remember, she only turned over half the emails. You know, but even those that she kept from the American people for so long included, for instance, the one she sent to her daughter the night of the attack, saying it was a terrorist attack done by al-Qaeda, when an hour earlier she had told the American people it was inspired by a video and spontaneous demonstrations.
Yeah, a lot of inconsistencies, to say the least. But how does this all play into the bigger investigation into Hillary Clinton and sharing confidential information?
It gets into the information about how the system was set up, who was running it, who knew about it, who was using it, and what records may still exist, all of which obviously impact the Freedom of Information Act, because we want any records that still exist to be reviewed and released under law. But certainly the FBI and government prosecutors in the Justice Department are going to know those questions, the answers to those questions, as they investigate whether classified information was mishandled or Mrs. Clinton's conduct in office as it relates to her conflicts of interest, Bill Clinton getting money from foreign governments, right, both personally and through the foundation. Yeah.
Tom, I want to ask you, Judicial Watch submitting a request to question 8 past and present State Department officials linked to Hillary. What can you hope to solicit from these Clinton aides that you don't already know?
Well, we don't know, for instance, what government employees other than Huma Abedin and Hillary Clinton used the Clinton email server. We don't know where records are that were withheld from the government and the American people by Mrs. Clinton. She said half of them she and her lawyers deemed to be personal, and they somehow disappeared, or we don't know where they are. We don't think they're necessarily deleted, but we want to try to get access to them.
Okay.
And we want to know whether the Freedom of Information Act, federal law, was thwarted by this system.
Okay. Tom, we wish you luck. We're glad to have you here in the meantime. Tom Fitton joining us there from Judicial Watch.